What are those podcasts and movies and stuff called where they do like drama, like rage, drama bait or something? Was that a thing?
Rage bait?
Right? No. Like, what was that guy called? And he did, was it Keemstar or something? He did like drama.
Yeah, I know Keemstar.
Drama, was that a thing?
Yeah, Drama Alert.
Drama Alert.
Yeah,
this
he's
like,
Locale now.
This is like, wait, he's what?
Locale. Yeah, he does a show called Locale now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, this is our Drama Alert pod.
Okay,
because today,
I like that.
Let me tell you, there is beef absolutely everywhere in the Doctor Who universe.
Oh, no. I would never have guessed that. Come on.
It's actually really fun and really unhinged, and I'm kind of here for it.
Okay, if this is keeping you entertained while Doctor Who is as dead as it's ever been.
It's better than the show, mate. It's better than the show.
Shit. Normally the behind-the-scenes drama can be better than the actual show.
It really can be. We're going to dissect all of that in just a second. We're also going to go through your opinions on the Tom Baker era of Doctor Who, and then we're going to upgrade them or delete them. You'll either walk away from listening to this podcast with a smile on your face or maybe be crying a little bit.
Or dead because you've been deleted.
True. It's true. Thanks. And then after that, we are going to do our classic Who review. Yes. We review Warriors Gate
of the Deep.
Thank you, Connor. So glad that you've definitely watched this episode.
I have watched the episode.
Yep, you're not
this joke is old and stale.
You can follow us on Twitter.
It's had its expiry date.
At 50 Doctor.
50% podcast.
So, a fair bit of news and articles to go through this week, but it's all under the theme of drama, as I sort of teased at the top of the show there, okay? So, instead of doing the news this week, I'm going to introduce a new segment.
Okay, fire at me, baby.
Welcome to Fight Club.
Let's get ready to rumble.
It's John Cena.
Kiss my sweaty balls, you fat fuck.
Oh, my Lord. John Cena, who was just in town the other day.
He was just in person.
Helped us out with that soundbite. No, you didn't.
See him.
No one did.
So there's been a lot of wars going on, right? So Robert Sherman delivered the first smack.
Oh, right? I love this.
By the way, I'm pretty sure this was in Doctor Who magazine.
It was. It was in Doctor Who magazine. That's
a smack in its own.
That is an interesting move, isn't it?
Slagging off Doctor Who in its own magazine.
In its own mag. It was a fair statement, I think.
Yeah, he says, after 1989, we had for years... So this is Robert Sherman, by the way, who wrote Dalek and has recently... he's written a lot of Big Finish and recently has written novelizations of his two most beloved Big Finish audios, Chimes of Midnight and Jubilee. So he said in Doctor Who magazine when promoting these, after 1989, we had for years a current Doctor. Now, everything that is ever going to be produced in Doctor Who terms is going to feel retrogressive. At least with the new adventures. And then the BBC books, you thought, it's the current Doctor with McCoy and with McGann. No one's going to start writing books about Billy Piper in Doctor Who because no one knows what that means. In a funny way, the closing moments of the reality war seem to put a full stop on things. We didn't have that before.
I think that's a very true statement.
I agree.
Actually, it does sadly put... It does put a full stop. I think, in a sense. And that's such a good comment to make about, like, no one's going to be writing books or doing comics because it's true. We don't know what the fuck is going on with Billy Piper.
I could see some form of, like, continuation in comics, maybe. But, like, I think it's always going to be that bullshit, like, there'll be a book about it and then there'll be a comic about it, then there'll be a Big Finish audio drama about it, and they'll all do different things with it,
right?
But none of it will be remotely interesting because all of them will be trying to explain the Billy Piper thing in their own way. They might all do it in different ways, the same way. I don't know if you know, like, Ace has died in a bunch of different ways, or she's exited Doctor Who in a bunch of different ways because of the books and the comics and everything that was going on after Survival, and I feel like the same thing might happen with this, but it's just not all that interesting. So
remember though, like, they did the Star Wars Legacy novels where, like, they were not canon. It was almost just like they went off and did their own thing.
Yeah.
And that was after episodes 4, 5, and 6, before there was even like a prequel trilogy.
The OTs.
So I think that, like, that could be something similar about what could be done now. But I think they want to ultimately sort out this mess. So that's most probably why we're not going to get anything like that.
Yeah. Fair. Time for round 2.
Okay.
So Jane Tranter, I think this is. Yeah, Jane Tranter. She was on the radio a few days after this came out, and you might have heard this already, but here's what she had to say.
I've been alarmed to read what the writer Robert Shearman said earlier this week. He's described Doctor Who as dead as we've ever known it.
As dead as we've ever known it. That's really rude, actually, and really untrue. I think maybe he didn't see the final episode.
He literally said he
last
did.
season with the great big tease that Russell T Davies laid out there with the return of Rose Tyler. The BBC and BBC Studios had a partnership with Disney Plus for 26 episodes. We are currently 21 episodes down into that 26 episode run. We've got another 5 episodes of the war between the land and the sea to come. And at some point after that, decisions will be made together with all of us about what the future of Doctor Who entails. It's a
All right, and then
That's
we hear
the biggest load of cope I've ever heard in my goddamn life. You're a producer. You would know if the show was popular, they wouldn't be waiting to the end of the War Between the Land and the Sea to renew the series. They would already have done it. Okay? I'm not a producer. Give me that job then, Aiden. If I can make the simple decisions in my head like that, give me the job, Aiden.
All right, you've got it. You've got the job.
Hey, Aiden for showrunner.
I understand that it's not gone to plan, and they still have a spin-off coming out, so they do have to bite their tongue a little bit. But I do wish that they were just like, hey, we originally thought we were going to have a decision made after season 2 came out, but now we're going to have to wait.
And we don't.
Until the spin-off comes out.
Yeah.
Because now, like, when they keep bullshitting and just sort of like changing the story a little bit, it's like, well, now we just...
What's true and what's not?
What's true and what's not. But yeah, I mean, and it's the same like recycled response that we've had a few times now. So it's nothing crazy there. I just love the retaliation. I love how rogue this is. I love how rogue it was for Robert Sherman. Yeah. I love how rogue it was for Jane Tranter to come out and be like, fucking fuck you, Shearman. Like I want this to continue. I love the shit talk.
It's weird though, because it's like, did he even see it? He commented on it. He's saying that like...
Well, she's probably not read the full out. She probably just heard it there for the first time, so...
I doubt that, unfortunately. Yeah. I reckon it made the runs.
Who knows?
But I guess the one interesting thing to take away, and one of the things that I chucked in like our group chat, is that they did say the return of Rose Tyler. That could have just been like a mistake, and they were just referring to the character. Not saying the Doctor, saying Rose Tyler. So I guess that could be something that you could read into, but also again, it could have just been like a mistake that she said.
Just talking out the arse maybe a little bit, but we'll see.
I think they still don't know, to be completely honest. You might just say it's a slap to the face.
How good does that sound?
It just sounds fun.
It's right.
It's like very cartoony.
Ready for this?
Yeah,
ready?
Ready to go. Oh God. Hey, get it.
How good. All right.
Just missed a few there, Aiden. That's all right. Just missed a few.
Sorry, audio listeners. I was beating the shit out of Connor is what just happened. Anyways, time for the next round.
On the audio anymore. How many damn rounds are there?
So now this is the round of Millie Gibson versus the media, or as I like to put it, Millie Gibson versus Russell T Davies.
Pretty much. Oh, goodness. Who's winning?
So, speaking with the iPaper...
iPaper?
This is what it feels like when Radio Times did an article on the 50% Doctor Who podcast talking to Sylvester McCoy, where like everyone's reading it like, on the 50% Doctor Who podcast, who are those guys? Who's the iPaper?
Hell no. Everyone was like, I love that show.
What a drive-by for the iPaper. They didn't sign up for this.
Everyone was saying, I know that. You don't have to put it in the paper. We know that.
So speaking to the iPaper, the actress Millie Gibson admitted that the experience was horrific. So she's talking here about the when it wasn't announced that she wasn't going to be fully in season 2 yet, but all the papers were coming out saying she's been fired, and you remember all that drama.
It was when they were filming series 2.
Exactly, yeah. So Millie says that she wasn't able to speak up and deny the reports that she's been axed. A quote from her says, "I couldn't be like, it's a lie, because they'd be like, well, that's spoilers. It was quite hard to stand up for myself without ruining the show. I was like, oh, this is horrific because it just looks like it's true."
Girl, get out of there and run.
Honestly, That is like the worst like HR.
I know,
shit.
it's so bad.
Because, and you don't even have to spoil the show. Like, you can literally just put out a thing that says, like, what did happen? Was there a little quote from Russell ever about it?
Nothing. He didn't talk about it at all.
Yeah, a little quote would have been nice where it's
Shooty posted to his Instagram like a appreciation post.
Yeah.
Not referencing it, but like obviously referencing it, but not on the nose.
It's giving Chris Eccleston season 1 vibes.
100%. And also, I hate to break it to you guys, but the 60th leaked, season 1 leaked, and season 2 leaked.
Yeah.
So regardless of all this bullshit of like we don't want it all to leak, shit already did.
Yeah.
So
yeah, all I need to do is
so much stuff did.
Have a quote be like, Millie Gibson will be back. We're looking forward to having her back in season 2. We will have a new companion that will be front and center, but rest assured, Millie Gibson will be here to stay. Something like that.
What was the saddest thing about this was because there was such little information at the time. I remember watching like a Mr. TARDIS video about it, and this ain't a call out. Like I think he was handling it the same way that we did at the time. We're just like, you know, it was a very confusing time, and it was almost hard not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself here, but I found it almost hard not to believe it because like it was being so hush hush. So I was like, well, it must be true then because. Yeah. Why is no one commenting about it at the BBC?
It's so easy to believe, and that's why it's really shit of the articles.
Exactly.
She's like an 18, 19-year-old girl. Like, it's so easy to be like, maybe she's a bit of a diva, whatever. Like, and that's why it's like so shit of the papers to be like, to just do that. Big punch.
Very disappointing on like so many different levels. And I hate the idea that it even, you know, because it's our job to come on here and talk about the news for Doctor Who, you almost have to kind of, you know, read into things and stuff. And it was, I remember at the time it was hard for me to not think that it wasn't true. And I hate that. I thought that. And that never resulted in me ever like sending hate her way. Obviously, I'm not like insane like that. But like part of me was like, is there some truth to this? Because no one at the BBC has commented on it. I feel like if it wasn't real, they would comment on it. And it turns out they were just doing it for bogus spoiler prevention.
The PR was on the BBC side was that bad that it made us believe the hoax.
Exactly. It didn't make sense to me that Russell wouldn't comment on it. When he is commenting, he at the time was commenting on a leaf would fall off a tree and hit the ground. And
he'd be like, it's amazing. It's the best thing you've ever seen.
And I have goosebumps when it was falling.
Absolute goosebumps.
It reminded me of Clara Oswald's father's maple tree leaf.
And then he'll be like, oh, I'm going to write that into the next episode.
And it just got me the most fantastic idea. And I'm like, stop. Just stop. Please. I beg, please.
Time for the final round for today.
Round 4.
So this also on the Radio Times. It's an article that came out on like Wednesday this week, I think, from Peter Purves. Now, do you recall Peter Purves?
Peter Pettigrew?
Peter Pettigrew. Peter Purves played Stephen Taylor in Doctor Who. So remember he came in at the end of season 2 of William Hartnell's second season that we watched.
Yes,
he was in there for the Time Meddler.
Yes.
He was pretty cool. I quite liked him from what he saw. And he did a Tales of the TARDIS.
He did Tales of the TARDIS, yes.
Yeah, so he was off having a chat with the Daily Star. Another one that I'm going to drive by. Who are you?
I know the Daily Star because they used to upload the Page 3 girls on their internet page.
Awooga.
When I was a kid, so you have to buy the magazines. You could just go on there and see it.
Right. Well, they
Awooga.
They kind of sound like a made up.
The Daily Star.
Like one you'd hear in the movie. Like, have you seen the report on the Daily Star?
The Daily Star. It's like the Daily Planet.
Yeah, it is. Or
the Weekly Planet.
Or I got nothing.
Great.
So Peter Purves, talking to the Daily Star, says, when Doctor Who started, it was a children's program. We had a weekly cliffhanger and it was simple. I liked it when it was straightforward entertainment, but it's a very different show now. I don't watch it anymore, to be honest. He added that the new series looks incredible due to the increased budget, but insisted it's not really Doctor Who for me. It couldn't go back now. It's gone too far to go back. What a handsome man. Look at that.
Very handsome.
That headshot. Did you read this?
Absolutely did. Yep.
Cool. Thoughts?
My thoughts are that I agree, and I would say I don't know if I don't think it's too far to come back, But I definitely agree, particularly when like you dip your toes back into like the classic Who era, where like the canine animatronic couldn't go on like pebbles because they designed it poorly. Like I miss those days, you know, and I miss the days of the budget being squeezed.
Yeah,
and
which
I think
is a larger TV thing at the moment as well. I think like most TV doesn't have as many limitations as it used to.
No, exactly, and it really is the best it's ever looked. But like, you know, you can polish a turd, and I always found the Disney era thing that struck me was like it really does look fantastic and the best it's ever looked. But the substance just was not there for me. Yeah. And if you know me on this show, Aiden, I need substance.
Substance.
Give me the substance, Aiden. Who's Demi Moore?
I was. Have you seen that movie?
Substance?
Yeah.
I have.
Do you like it?
I did, yeah. I did. I
didn't like the ending. But
I thought you liked the ending.
I loved the last shot. The last shot is of top down.
Yeah, top down, yeah.
Don't want to spoil it. I love that. And I love that and how it works with the opening shot I thought was incredible.
Yeah.
But the actual like climax of the film was just a bit too much for me. But
too bloody for Aiden.
Well, it was just a bit like I got the point of the movie, you know? Like I got the point and I was just watching
wrap
like,
it up
I get it, wrap it up, move it along.
Come on.
Anyways, enough about the substance.
They weren't saying that at the
Just
Oscars.
a substance drive-by.
Oh.
Peter Purves, I agree. Like, I like how he's not like hostile. He's just like, I just don't really give a fuck anymore.
It's cool that he's like just doing press about Doctor Who.
Well, I wonder,
why do we get news articles written about us? Like, the 50% boys say that Doctor Who's, in quotes, gone too far.
Gone woke.
With their latest Millie Gibson controversy.
Maybe Radio Times at you. I dare you to write an article on us again,
baby.
So yeah, that does it for Fight Club for this week.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Kiss my sweaty balls, you fat fuck.
Incredible soundbite.
Great. I have too much fun with making sound bites.
Very good. Very good. Very, very, very good.
The more just random sound effects I can throw in there, the absolute better.
Poor Millie. Hope you're okay, my darling.
Yeah, R.I.P. the goat. R.I.P.
Do you think she'll ever come back to the show?
I think she said recently she would.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's one of those ones where she's from like you probably don't expect Yaz to come back to the show because it's from like a pretty unique era. Like people I don't think are going to be running around talking about any companions coming back to the show post Amy and Rory.
Yeah.
You know, like even Jenna, like I don't see that being like a big like Jenna Coleman returns to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I don't see it at all.
In times like these, I think, what would the Doctor do?
Times like these and then again.
The Fooies?
The Fooey fighties.
Yeah, the Foos.
The Foos.
What the fuck?
I hate this podcast so much.
What the fuck, the Foos?
All right, it's time for Upgrade or Delete.
Upgrade in progress.
I haven't done this since season 2.
I know. This is the segment where we get your opinions on something and we're going to upgrade or delete them. Upgrading being good opinion, deleting being bad. Now, Connor, I've done you a massive favor. Usually there's a big drama because the two sound bites that we use are on different boards and you have to tap different screens to get the sound bites. They're next to each other. So if you have a shit opinion, we respond like that. If you have a good opinion, we respond like that. That soundbite is still a bit quiet. It's not as quiet, but it's still a bit quiet.
You turned it down a little bit?
No, I turned it up because it was so quiet originally, but it's still not high as...
Turn it up at least 5 decibels.
Anyways.
That one's a little too loud.
We want to do Upgrade or Delete, Tom Baker edition. We said on Twitter and Instagram, on YouTube, we said, give us your Tom Baker hot takes and we'll upgrade or delete them on the show. Thank you, everyone, for sending in your stuff. Like we said last week, we love doing this stuff with you. Love talking Doctor Who with you guys. And if we can have you involved every week, the more the merrier, I say.
Yeah.
Oh, Connor's just getting undressed.
Don't mind me.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable with this on. I'm taking it off.
That's how I felt with my jumper.
I'm feeling. I need to be more loosey goosey on the pod.
We recorded for like a minute at the start and then redid the intro,
which happens all the fucking time. By the way, can I just say?
This time was because I had a jumper on and I was like, I just don't feel right.
It's spooky season, so I guess you should be wearing like, a little bit of get up, but Also, can I just say with this segment, I kind of feel bad giving my 2 cents on it because I've only seen a selective amount of Colin Baker episodes.
What about Tom Baker?
See you next Tuesday. Yeah, well, the thing is, they're going to be like, oh, well, I thought that his era should have ended on the episode The Planet of the Ants. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, that was a great episode.
That was a good William Hartnell episode that we watched.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm getting a little bit confused. So I'll give my opinion, I guess. But I would more take Aiden's opinion because even though you haven't seen all of
It's fine. We're here for a laugh. We're going to have fun. You can soundbite that and put that into your other podcast. That's a very niche joke that no one's going to understand. But yeah, as I was saying before, thank you all for being involved here. Next week, I'd love for us, if you guys know of any other Doctor Who beef, write them down in the comments below. Even if it's like a leak or like a meme and it's not true, I would just love for us to do another boxing Doctor Who Fight Club episode, and we're going to talk about just your random Doctor Who beef. Maybe it's beef that you've had with a friend about Doctor Who, or a rant you've had online talking to someone. Just any form of Doctor Who beef, come at us down below or write us an email at greenie.who.
We need to find the guy who was at the cinema. That would have been the best Doctor Who beef.
Bring him on. Settle. But yeah, if you have a longer answer, you can email us at greenie.who@gmail.com. That's green with a Y, .who@gmail.com.
Bit confusing.
I thought about calling that segment WW Who? WW, but then I was like, WWW? Yeah, World Wrestling Who? But it just wasn't working. But that was my dog walking brainstorm. Anyway, so here are your Tom Baker hot takes for us to upgrade or delete. Over on YouTube, Dunkadunk says his performance in his last season is unfairly derided, and the weary, zoned-out performance lends itself to an existential dread of an ailing Time Lord who used to find travel fun but now needs change.
Oh, I love that.
Big yes from me too.
That's a very good way of putting it. How to turn behind the scenes drama into an incredible performance. I agree.
I rate it. I'm here for it. I love, even if it was like, it's obviously, I don't know if it was intentional or not to make him more gritty. We know there was that WWE going on behind the scenes, but
absolutely.
But
in Connor's Facts Corner,
I love this side of Tom. It's like I love both sides of Peter.
Yeah, so
it's great stuff. Dean 4.
Peter Davison.
Nope. Doesn't even sound like Peter Davison. Says, I really enjoyed his... Okay, here we go. I'll say this in one go because there is no commas or full stops in this whole comment. Ready?
Who needs grammar?
And I respect that. Who gives a fuck? Like, I don't...
Just type it.
If I'm just... Yeah, I don't need full stops or commas. Dean 4 says, I really enjoyed his performance and smile, and he delivers his own version of the Doctor Who, and my favourite episode is E-Space episodes and meeting Adric for the first time, and they definitely got along together with each other.
Well, they didn't get along together, but apart from
it kind of sounds... I feel like it's sarcastic. I don't know.
Well...
And they definitely got along together.
Well, they didn't, but, I mean, that's a first... It's funny, the E-Space trilogy, you're going to die on that hill, though.
That is a weird one. Like, I respect people liking underrated episodes, but, yeah, that's a bit of a...
Yeah, the E-Space trilogy? I'll take the Monk trilogy.
Kill you.
Jez Hood says, E-Space was not used well enough. Should have been a full season there. Now, I speed agree. You have seen how it ends.
Well, I haven't seen where the season ends.
No, okay,
but I've seen the end of the
E-Space trilogy. Because it's like a cool thing, and it starts cool when they're like, oh, we're not in N space, we're in E-Space. But then it just like...
So interesting, dude.
And like, without spoiling my opinions on the episode that we're going to talk about later, Warrior's Gate, I do feel like as a whole, there's no big climax to it. It doesn't lead anywhere. It just sort of happens. You know what I mean? Like it's barely even a thread. It's just like the end of each episode. They're like, shall we try go back to N space? Okay. And then the start of the next episode is like, this isn't N space. We're still in E space.
Was it another Tom Baker season that kind of had a similar series thread where like the episodes would almost lead into the next one.
So season 12 has
That's
like,
it.
but
With
also,
Harry Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also season, I think 16 is the Key to Time season. That has a much larger ongoing thread, I believe. I've not seen that season. But I think that is a larger thread to it. But I agree, the E-Space trilogy, I feel like the idea of being in a different universe for multiple stories could have been really interesting. And it just bloody wasn't.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Julian
Caesar.
Julian C. Santos 1616 says they've got two things here. Early Tom Baker is consistently better sci-fi and thrills than anything classic Who or new Who created, except maybe season 7 Pertwee. Thoughts on that first?
Well,
you've only seen season.
God, am I really the person to ask? I mean,
I've seen season 12 and 14 and a little bit of 13.
I forget what I've seen.
I will soon see a lot of 13. You've seen 12 and then like one from 14. I think there's some great stories in there. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not here to say it's the best, and I don't think it is.
Better than New Who?
But there's some banging stories in there.
You're a New Who boy
Loser, yeah.
because you grew up on that.
Yeah, I am. I
So-
prefer New Who for sure. But
Yeah.
if you try and take those rosy-colored glasses off,
I understand why people who grew up with the classic era they wouldn't have as much of a sentiment to the New Who era.
yeah, I feel like, and I hate this, I feel like I'm getting into that with like New Who with Disney Who, where it's like,
Yes.
I don't care. Like, I didn't finish rewatching season 2 when I got the steelbook because I
I
was
was
like,
gonna say, did you ever do that?
no, because I literally was like, I'm forcing myself to watch this. Like, I
Yeah.
don't care for this. I don't want
Yeah.
to watch this. Like,
I do have the impression that like in the future when I'm like 60 or something and Doctor Who's still on there, I'll be like that old guy on the couch like shaking his fist.
yeah, I'll be like, oh, it all started to go downhill.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Unlike back in my day, that David Tennant, he was the best Doctor.
And he still is now. He's come back for the 90th anniversary.
coming back.
For a whole 8 episodes.
Wow. We used to only get 3 back in my day. Only 3 measly episodes.
But it's all AI. It's
oh
all
wow!
AI
All
slop.
AIDT, let's go. Am I talking to an AI?
Oh, mate.
Kill.
The second one from Julian C is the Key to Time is underrated and holds up more than the entire John Nathan Turner era.
I know all the answers to these questions.
Well, yeah, I can't give you that one either because I've not seen the Key to Time. So for myself, this is a note to myself.
Kill.
That's all I got.
I do like JNT.
Yeah, he's a bit like Moffat to me. Like,
Yeah.
he's a bit weird
Yeah, he is a bit weird.
Bit of a
Do you
loose
think
cannon.
Moffat's weird?
in like a fun way. Like, I feel like I would love to be best mates with Stephen Moffat.
Yeah. Would you drink wine with him?
I'd drink wine. I'd literally drink whatever he'd want me to drink to sit down and just have a chat with him for like half an hour. Like, I'm like, Stephen Moffat, I'm coming to the UK in a year's time. Let me sit down and buy you a pint or a glass of wine and we can just talk. Doesn't have to be about Doctor Who.
It would be fun to pick his brain.
I just think it'd be fun. No, we can just like people watch and be like,
What happened with
Look at that guy.
Sherlock Series 4, Stephen?
no, and I'd be like, I love season 4. I literally love even like the things that I don't think are the best came out as well as they could have from his stuff. I'm just such a Moff defender.
Yeah,
like
well,
literally,
the
like
older we get, I think the more we do defend the big Moff.
like Sherlock season 4, like not the best, but I still really like a lot of it. And like his weaker episodes, I love it. I've like watched, I think everything he's done since Who, and I've enjoyed it.
Dracula.
I'm about to order Press Gang, which is like a 5-season English sitcom. That was like his first big show to run,
Yes.
and I'm like keen as fuck to
We
watch
based
that.
the main couple on him and Sue, his wife, which is
I
interesting.
did hear that.
Yeah.
Cute.
So whenever you see things happening there, it's autobiographical.
Yeah, based on a Steve story.
Semi-Steve story. And cut.
Crispy, not to be confused. Sorry, Crispy, but with a H. So not our Crispy. Says season 18 is actually really good, and Tom Baker is the weakest part of it.
Whoa.
Hold on. What do we do when there's like a good take and a bad take mixed together? Sounds like some sick fuck that's enjoying being tortured.
I just said.
He's like, yes. Yes. Yes.
I just said off the air while Aiden was changing the camera that Aiden with the sound bites is like a kid with too much sugar. So take whatever you will with that.
Well, yeah.
Reminder, when we first got the soundboard, Aiden said to me, minimum 3 sound bites per episode. So old habits die hard, I guess.
Yeah, I get a bit trigger happy. But it's more, I'm also love the just this kind of stupid shit.
On my other show, I have a laptop and it's so much easier.
Yeah, this is getting the pain in the ass now that we
It's
have
like
so many.
so hard, especially for me with like being so far away from like the soundboard.
You're better on your side because you can actually have the sound bites on your side.
Yeah, says the guy with the laptop.
Maybe I should just load them up. I actually think I can just do them on my laptop.
Exactly, and you have the Bluetooth set up, so you could just use that. And I can
Yeah,
have the
I need to
soundboard
plug it
right
in.
here in front of me.
But yeah. Anyways,
Silence, girl.
Anywho,
James Kerr something says Romana 1 is far superior to Romana 2, and I honestly wish she'd never regenerated.
well, it's funny because at the end of the episode reviewing today, the doctor says that she is actually the best Romana. So
He said, "Romana, you slap."
you were the best Romana out of all of them. And do you know what?
So was I. Writes itself. Yeah, I've not seen Romana 1, but the scenes I have seen just on like the YouTubes, I just love Romana 2. I think when I was younger, I was like, I like this Romana 2.
Lala
girl.
Ward's great though.
Lala Ward is great. So I'll reserve my full judgment, but I really like Lala Ward. I really like her.
I agree.
So you can just have a little,
More comments on Lala Ward in Connie's Fact Corner.
wow.
Coming up soon.
Heaps of people just decide to say he stayed too long.
Yeah, I saw that quite a lot.
And I was like, yeah, he stayed for 7 seasons. It is long, but it's also cool to have like a 7-season
It's
Doctor.
unique.
I don't want a 7-season Doctor now, but if we could have a Doctor stay for like 5 seasons over like 7 years
Yeah.
or something like that, like I feel like that would be great for the show. If it's a good, beloved Doctor that like the world got really into, the
David
worst thing I
Tennant.
think you could do is change it when it's hot, and then it's like keep it hot, obviously, and you don't want to, drag it out. But if it's hot and if it's just gotten hot, like you can go for more than 3 seasons. Like get a couple more seasons on there, get a couple more zeros on the pension. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying?
true. Yeah. But it is hard for them to stay as actors. Like the shoots are incredibly like demanding.
I get that. Yeah. I'm going to speed through these last ones. The Ark in Space. This is from
The Ark in Space. That's from season 13?
12.
12.
Xenix Sheep, who I just love seeing their little sheep emojis whenever they like a post.
Yeah.
They say Ark in Space is better than Genesis, and I think the team with Harry and Sarah is better than Sarah alone. You've not seen Sarah alone. There's
No.
something I have nostalgia for with Harry and Sarah together, so I'm going to say yes, but I'm also going to go because Harry in those stories, so every one of his stories, tends to have about 4 lines and then gets locked in a room for part 3.
We still have to watch that final episode with him in it.
Well, we will do that very soon because that's the season that's coming out.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, when the Doctor wears the beret in the episode, I believe.
Yeah, they go to Scotland.
Yeah. Is that the score?
That's the bagpipes.
Yay!
Ark in Space to Genesis. I mean, they're both great episodes, isn't it?
Yes, I always thought Genesis is like, it's like notoriously the greatest episode of all time. Getting there eventually, when I did, it was hard to deal with it because it was like, this is just, it's good, I guess.
Yeah.
But maybe
feel the same way.
maybe I watched it on a bad day. But yeah, it's hard to watch. It's it's hard to watch an episode
Ark?
when everyone says it's great. Of course, Ark in Space. Yeah, it comes back at the end of the season.
Oh, there you go. You've got
Cybermen.
big brain.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
And a
producer
big-
Jeremy, says, I guess my hot take is that I have no real strong feelings one way or another.
Yes!
I agree with that because I can't really say much because I don't. I got no opinion one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have much of a. Apparently, I've done 1/3 of Classic Who according to Aiden and his laptop. So don't blame me, blame social media. So
Yes.
Oh,
That's my nerd.
oh,
the nerd.
You keep sending me nerd emojis
Because you keep...
First I'm woke, then I'm a nerd.
You keep replying with things like just like you're trying to catch me out with stuff, but now it just sounds like you have me on speed dial.
Right, because Aiden posted on the Twitter, and I have it on notifications, and like 2 of the same posts came. I'm like, oh, he deleted. He must have made like a spelling mistake. So I was like, I'm just gonna rip into him for it, which is not a very nice thing to do, actually. Looking back on hindsight,
prick.
Thanks.
All right, last one here. Yeah. Another one. I don't know why we decided to do this about Classic Who, considering we've not watched the whole thing. Wilson. I got the lottery money. I got the lottery money. Wilson. You there? Wilson. Wilson says he's a great doctor, but John Pertwee's era had more consistently good episode runs.
Yes!
I agree. A lot of trash in this Tom Baker era.
You reckon? Mm-hmm. I'm a bit worried about what you might think of this story that we're about.
You all should be very worried.
But I think in the back end, from what I've seen of Tom, I'd have to say yes.
Yes!
But I really enjoyed season 12 and most of 14 and 13. Fuck me. Sorry, mate.
Bless you.
Just fucking erupted a volcano. It's because I've had beer.
Everyone's sneezing today around me.
This happens when I have beer. God damn.
Must be the yeast.
Oh,
well, it's not a flu then, so I'll be fine.
No, it's beer. When I have beer, and I have a lot of beer, I sneeze. I sneeze beer.
Interesting.
So, my dad does it too.
Okay.
So we think it's the yeast.
It must be the yeast. Yeah, it is.
The yeet.
It's the yeast. It's genetic, baby.
Yeah. So that's there we go.
Okay.
Thank you all for sending through your comments. Love doing that with you guys, and we'll keep this ball rolling with upgrade and delete and things like that because it is it's very fun to talk and chat with you guys and hear your opinions.
Upgrade in progress.
Alrighty. On that note, Connor, shall we move on to a bit of classic? Classic. It's time to keep reviewing season 18.
Christ on a bike.
Good night, girls and boys.
I feel that. Oh, I feel that. Classic.
So continuing on with season 18, we're powering through this season. We're here with Warriors Gate.
Yes.
This is the 5th serial of the 18th season of the British science fiction television series. You guessed it, Doctor Who. It was written by Stephen Gallagher and was first broadcast in 4 weekly parts on BBC One from the 3rd to the 24th of January 1981. The serial is set at an intersection between the universe of E-Space and the home universe of the alien time traveler, the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker. In the serial, the Doctor and his traveling companion, Romana, Lala Ward, seek to free the time-sensitive Darrells from a group of slavers led by Captain Rorvik. Connor?
Yeah.
I've seen this episode before.
I love when you say that.
You haven't seen this one before?
I have never seen this episode before.
Classic.
I'm going to be completely honest. Classic.
I remember when I watched this the first time, and I had this with a lot of this season. I think I said the same thing last week where I watched it and I was like not into it, but I respected some of the like interesting concepts and visuals and things like that. I was like, okay, there's stuff happening. And I kind of felt like that with this episode. But when I watched this week, I was like, damn, that's mid as fuck. Connor, your thoughts?
So bad. This is terrible, Aiden. Are you trying to kill me? You trying to kill me? Is what I thought on Monday night.
Bugger.
It was so bad. This sucked. And I didn't know it was Romana's last episode.
Well, I thought that might be a nice surprise for you.
I guess. I mean, I didn't see it coming, if that helps. I wondered, I had a feeling that I don't recall seeing her in the regeneration of Tom. Because I've seen Tom's regeneration before. And I don't recall seeing her there, and I know she's not with Davison.
Yeah.
So I was like, she has to leave at some point. But it did take me by surprise, actually. I thought maybe, I don't know what I expected, but...
And K9.
And K9 goes as well, which I have a question about later. But, I mean, honestly, the end of this E-Space trilogy, my God, I'm not joking, guys. Like, I think this is like one of like the worst episodes of Classic Who I've ever watched.
Really?
I found it incredible. I struggled so hard to concentrate because I just didn't care.
I love when
So
you give me a little line like that, because that means that I can thumbnail and title this episode.
Oh, good.
Is this the worst episode of Classic Doctor Who?
We need something. They're dropping like flies. So it really was for me incredibly like underwhelming and boring. If anything, I've got a sticky beak, as you guys know, and I've done a little bit of sleuthing for what the fuck is wrong with you, Aiden? Oh my God.
Yeah, I do weird things and I start editing and I'm like, why did I? And then I'm like,
That's cunt.
I knew that soundbite would come in handy. It just looks, to me, it looks like next week and the final is just so much more interesting.
wait, did you spoil anything for yourself?
Maybe.
What did you spoil?
The monster.
Oh, but Connor, wait, what did you see?
Crispy Master?
Okay, yep.
I spoiled it.
No, there's still a good twist in there for
It's
you.
the fucking thumbnail on BBC iPlayer.
No, there's still a good twist in there for you.
Okay,
So,
there's always a twist with Classico. Well, I mean, come on. The Master showed up and the Master showed. Oh my God, I've never seen this before. What a plot twist. The Master showed up. Please,
for context for you,
he had to show up for ages.
it had been 5 seasons since he'd shown up.
Right, because he was so consistent with
In
Pertwee.
Pertwee's era, he was in like almost every episode for 3 seasons, and then Roger Delgado sadly passed away, and so for a few seasons they like didn't want to replace him, and then for early Tom they brought in the Crispy Massacre in season 14, in not the Trial of the Time Lord, the other one where the Doctor is sort of the president a little bit, something. Can't remember. The Deadly Assassin. Crispy Pro reviewed it today on YouTube, actually. The Deadly Assassin. They introduced the Crispy Master.
Is that why he watched it? Because of the Crispy Master?
That slaps.
Is that why he did it?
Yeah. And then, 4 or 5 seasons later,
Couple of legends.
the Master's returned. Still the Crispy Master. We need to start talking about next week and talk about this week.
Right. Well, I did. My point was that like it looked so much more interesting to me. And I think you're right what we were talking about before. I think this whole E-Space trilogy had a lot of potential. But for me, it genuinely came... And when we get to Connie's Fact Corner, I think you'll see and hear a few things that might make sense as to why this was pretty mid. But not a fan. And I couldn't really tell you what happened. Mostly because half the time I was banging my head against the wall going, Aiden, why the fuck are you making me watch this?
It's a hard one to follow. Like, because I literally got halfway through part 3 and then took it back to the start because I was like, I didn't take in anything. Like,
I know.
It was just so hard to get into, and I don't know if it's just like the blanks, like the white void sets. I don't know what it is, or like I don't really care for the side characters in this one. Like that, they're just so not interesting. It's
as bland gets.
I don't care for the hairy boys or the angry white men. Don't care for any of those. Adric's just being a little shit again.
Considering how, like, at least in the last 2 episodes with the E-Space trilogy, or the first 2, I should say, the E-Space trilogy, I think at least there was at least like a side plot going on that was interesting. Yeah. Well, there was more, I should probably say more like an overarching narrative that was more interesting, and the characters were definitely more interesting. Even with like the villages and stuff from like the first part of the... Or was it the second? I can't remember. It's all just blending together now. I think, no, it was the second. And it's like, I think that definitely, helped. With this, though, dude, I'm not joking. Like, Christ on a Bike, it was just like generally like pulling teeth for me. I could not, and I was kind of dumbfounded, like, just by the way, like, it ended. And I was like, I don't, like, it's hard to watch these episodes sometimes in the year of our Lord 2025. But I definitely try and give it the benefit of the doubt. But it's like I always watched this and I was like, would I have liked this if I was a kid? Like it's just boring ass walking down corridors, talking. K9 is just fucking about, doing nothing.
I'll say I didn't mind part 4. Those bits I didn't like the Romana goodbye. We'll talk about in a sec, very quick. But like the scrap on like the ladder and stuff like that, I thought was quite cool. There's a hilarious moment where Matthew Waterhouse's Adric just has this massive fucking gun.
That's true.
Like a satellite-sized gun.
Satellite 5 style gun.
It's so funny. But the biggest shout out, and you might have some facts on this in a second, but the biggest thing that I enjoy about this episode, and it's a blessing and a curse for the episode, is the attempt to do something new with direction. So this episode is directed by Paul Joyce and also Graham Harper in an uncredited
you say
role.
this now, because I remember you said last week I didn't think about this.
Yeah.
Yes. Now that makes more sense now. That I remember you saying this.
There's a really great Doctor Who magazine special edition. So you can probably still buy it out there. It's like a special focused feature on directing. There's a great one on writing as well. And they just talk through the directors and in the other one, the writers. And I think there's ones on production design and sound design. But they talk through how direction like changed, how it was in Classic Who to how it was in New Who. And they like break it down a lot. What was that beep? Was that your phone?
My phone.
Your phone's going off. For God's sake, Connor. But yeah, it's a really great breakdown. They have like interviews with directors from all the different eras. And it's just so interesting to learn how it changed over time. Now, the interesting thing with Paul Joyce's direction here, I believe he was adamant, if I'm remembering this correctly, I believe he was adamant on trying to give it a bit more of like a filmy vibe, where instead of doing, you know how they make this back in the day, they're doing like multicam switching, like a news broadcast. It's all being recorded live
Like
at the
my
same
other podcast,
time.
yeah.
And they're actually like cutting the cameras live.
Yeah,
as
I
they're
do that.
performing.
I do that.
Yeah. On your podcast.
On
yes.
my other podcast, I do the switching.
This was the 1970s or 1980. Anyways,
Coming out from a different angle, I guess.
Paul didn't want to keep doing the multicam thing. He wanted to give it a bit more of like a filmy vibe, that single camera vibe, but
long takes,
one
tracking shots.
Yeah, and the biggest example of this is like the opening shot, right? It like moves and pans around different areas, and it doesn't have your traditional Doctor Who start.
No.
And there is moments throughout the episodes where you can tell they've done that, just because there's a camera shot that you can tell. You wouldn't normally get that in Classic Who, because like they've had to take the camera like off of a tripod, or they've had to move it into a position where they couldn't shoot multiple cameras at the same time.
Maybe that's what freaked me off.
Like, for example, that shot of Adric with a big gun, he's looking down the barrel of the camera for that. They couldn't have got that otherwise, because if they were filming all the other angles at the same time, the camera would be in the middle of the set. So like, there's heaps of small moments. Like, I know I'm going on what, and a lot of people might find this quite boring, but
I'm sure people find it interesting.
There's lots of little moments like that. Again, with the fight sequence on the ladder, I thought it was directed for its time in TV quite well. And I really appreciate that Paul was like, I want to make this work. Now, I don't know if you have, like I said, more on this in behind the scenes.
More the writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I believe what happened was, because of the way that Paul wanted to shoot this, they fell extremely far behind schedule.
That's right, yeah.
Which I think is then where Graham Harper comes in.
Right.
Can't 100% confirm that, but I think that's what happened. And then you end up with really rushed, boring multicam sequences because they're just trying to churn through stuff. I think that's what happened here. Could be wrong. Someone will tell me in the comments below. Hopefully I did a good job with that.
Love it. Well done.
Couple of legends.
Well done. Very good. Very good. Very good.
But you didn't pick up any of the direction, you just thought it was boring?
I mean, I did notice it was different, but I forgot that you said that.
Yeah, sure.
My brain became spaghetti.
Meow.
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 What's a meow?
Fair.
I never get it.
Well, neither do I. What do you think of Tom?
Tom, he's on his last leg. He needs to go.
He's really done this week,
He's
wasn't he?
so over it.
He's done.
He does not give a fuck.
Man looks no one in the eyes the whole episode.
He's over it.
Yeah.
He's done. Yeah, it's sad. I wish it had a bit of a happier ending, but I guess he kind of left and was like, I won't let the door slap my ass on the way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And did you have any more thoughts on Adric? You've enjoyed him so
Adric's
far?
It was weird to see it was just them two at the end, and I'm like, oh god, what the fuck's this gonna like?
What a fucking dude.
Yeah, well, I was like, what a dude. I was like, what's gonna happen here in the next 2 episodes? Where it's just because I know Nissa comes in next week.
No, so stop spoiling this shit for yourself.
What do you mean stop spoiling it? It's just there's thumbnails, Aiden. There's thumbnails.
But yeah, Nissa's in next week. So you
Nissa,
don't get.
And then, isn't it Tegan as well?
Tegan arrives.
Dude, I know everything.
Not next week.
I'm a classic Who fan, baby.
No, you just went onto BBC iPlayer and scrolled ahead.
Yeah, and I pay $20 a month for a VPN.
Yeah.
It's getting harder to do it, by the way. They're cracking down on my ass.
Them fuckers, you'll have to buy the Blu-rays.
When I'm dead and gone. How about that? The BBC ain't
Go on,
sucking
then.
any money from me.
Why don't you just die?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, yeah, what about Romana? Being the
Okay.
last story, any parting words? for
Awful
Lala
ending
Ward?
story. And I
Yeah.
felt so sorry for her. It was so rushed. My God.
Yeah.
And it was like, just take K9 with you.
Yeah, there you go. It's like
Oh.
when you forget someone's birthday. You're like, oh, no, yeah, just take this plant that I just have on my...
You mean the one at work? You forgot my birthday. Couple of legends. So I have a question.
Yeah.
So K9, why is he in the Five Doctors with Sarah Jane then? Good question.
Well, we'll have to watch K9 and Company to find out.
No way. That's what explains it.
Maybe she just wanted...
I just want a mate.
Okay. It seems to me that Aiden doesn't know the answer.
I don't, and that's why I'm stalling.
He's not the answer man anymore. He's
Not with Classic Who. No,
he's
no.
a bit of a fibber,
Poo-poo.
if you ask me.
Poo-poo man.
You ready for my segment?
Hold your horses here. I'd like to say I enjoyed Romana in this episode. Would have been nice if she had a little bit more to do. I appreciate that earlier in the episode she had a moment where she was like, what if me and the Doctor part ways? And it sort of planted that seed a little bit earlier on.
I don't want to go back to the Time
And
Lords.
why is she Yaz?
Yeah,
Why
true.
is she Yaz?
Yeah, true.
But then, at the very end, it's such a rush scene. But I feel like the final scenes kind of made up for it, where she was like walking with K9 through East Base, walking around those weird black and white sequences.
Come on, K9. We've got work to do.
Yes,
mistress. Cutest thing in the world. K9's such
Bring
a hit.
K9 back. He's there.
And I can honestly see. Yeah, I can barely see him, so the camera probably can't.
Yeah, I have a few
He's
K9s. but
he's so cute, and generally, I can understand why he was such a hit.
yeah, it's time for Connor's Corner.
Connor's Facts Corner.
Keep it locked.
Okay, not as juicy as
Sorry.
such a C in it, so I've nearly said that twice on the show today, which is not
Yeah.
like me. Keep an eye on the time for me, Aiden, just in case. I don't want to be cut off.
Sorry.
Connor's Facts Corner. Keep it locked. Okay, fuck off. It's not as like juicy as last week. Anyway,
Give me tea.
I'm doing it.
Give me tea.
Stop yelling at me.
Tea time.
As well as the difficulties surround the writing of this story, virtually every phase of the production was problematic. Tom Baker was particularly tetchy due to both his ongoing illnesses during the season and the departure of his then lover, Lala Ward, from the series. Both he and Ward were deeply displeased with the characterization in the initial script, and was one of the reasons Paul Joyce became so heavily involved in the rewrite. He couldn't get his stars to perform unless the script concerns were directly addressed. So that's interesting. So there were some big script issues.
They were not happy with the script.
Meanwhile, Paul Joyce had little experience directing for television and had considerable disagreements with John Nathan Turner and lighting director John Dixon. Production assistant Graham Harper took on a progressively larger role in directing. Joyce was even briefly sacked by Nathan Turner. However, no one could understand Joyce's camera script, so he was quickly brought back. So that does kind of
Well, that's the thing. He had very little experience with directing for TV, so I
Yeah.
think he must have maybe done like shorts or movies beforehand and was wanting that more.
Here's
of
just a
vibe.
fun little fact that like generally is like I just love little things like this that like aren't that like important, but the production was hit by a strike by BBC carpenters, which further delayed the first studio session by a week.
Yeah, I think I remember reading
So
that,
it
actually,
even
yeah.
added to the extra like delay of shooting.
Yeah.
Neither Baker nor Ward attended the rap party. Aiden, you've got to stop. Seriously, that's going to piss off so many people. You're such a twat. Aiden, I never tell you to stop.
It's beef.
I never tell you
They're
to stop.
beefing. They're punching.
Lala Ward was unhappy with Romana's leaving scene, thinking it was rushed. John Nathan Turner and Christopher H.
Where'd you get that
Bittman-
from? She thought it was rushed.
What, dude? She's crazy.
Hey, you can put me on the record here. Romana's leaving scene is rushed.
Thank you. Great. They said they didn't want to turn into a soap opera, basically.
Right.
She loathed this story as it was her last, but she was pleased that she got an open-ended departure, which I think is fair enough.
But then she never came back.
Never came back with one of these. And finally, as this was K9's last story, Stephen Gallagher was credited in his local paper as the man who killed K9.
Oh, sorry. No, that does deserve.
I actually really like Connor's Fat Corner. I really do enjoy. By the way, there's a lot to go through.
I know, because I think I was doing it for a little bit back in the early days of the pod, but it just became too much and I couldn't be fucked. So now you have it, and I'm happy for it to be you. Thanks for Connor's Fact Corner.
Connor's Facts Corner.
I need to go to the shops and get my dinner, and they close in 45 minutes.
Well, you came late.
Bollocks.
What do you mean bollocks? You
Fuck
arrived
up
after
to that,
7.
Aiden.
All right, let's wrap this up real quick so Connor can get his feed on.
I want to get some plant-based salami.
I need the woke police sound again.
Bruh.
All right, Connor, what do you want to rate Warriors Gate out of 10? Rate the gate.
All right, I'm gonna forget about this in T-1 day. Yeah, already forgotten.
Stop with the Jeremy Johns references.
I was gonna give it dog shit, but it's like dog shit almost is like you're gonna remember it because it's so bad. I'm now gonna give you 2. So I'll give you the actual score. I'm gonna give you my John score. So my John score is gonna forget about in T-1 day. Yeah, already forgotten.
Thanks.
The score I'm gonna give it for this is 3.
3. Ooh.
That's 2 threes in this season so far.
We need the GTA wasted emoji.
Yeah. And everything goes in slow-mo. And black and white.
I'm going to give Warriors Gate a 5, which is pretty steep for me. But especially talking through it, I'm like, yeah, I really just did not have fun watching this.
Yeah.
Connor, what are we reviewing next week?
The one before Metropolis. Megopolis. Sorry. Fuck me. What is this? Bullshit.
You mean Legopolis?
Megopolis? Am I saying it wrong?
No M.
Legopolis.
Stop putting an M there.
Legopolis.
Legopolis.
I guess
Another
when
one.
I watch the episode, I'll know why it's called that ridiculous name.
You'll start it and it will say Logopolis and you're like, this isn't what I'm meant to be watching, and
Yeah,
you'll turn it off.
There's clearly some mistake on BBC iPlayer. What's it called then? The Return of the fucking Master.
The Keeper of Draken.
Okay, the Keeper of the Dragons. Keepers of Keys and Grains and Locks. What's that from?
Keeper of what?
Keys and Grains and Locks.
Doctor Who.
No, Harry Potter.
Star Wars.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks everyone for watching, listening. And sorry if I spammed once again the soundboard.
No, you're alright.
But yeah, we'll see you next week.
It's
Aiden and Connor's podcast. We're doing Doctor Who reviews. We're doing Doctor Who reviews. Do
you collect cans for change?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want my cans?
Don't care. I can.
I'd be
I
easier.
can.
Can do. It'd be easier for me if you kept them.
All right, I'll keep them then.
Sadly, we can only agree to die.
Thank you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Kiss my sweaty balls, you fat fuck.